folks, and welcome to another episode of Michael's Backyard Marina. Look what we got here in front of us. Take a good long look at we got a 25 horse here, a 1990 25 horse. I was on a shopping spree last year. Let's just say I bought a lot of outboards. And my rule of thumb is to never pay more than about $200 for an outboard. I might pay up $300 if it's something really special. And when I say special, it has to be like the 35 horse Johnson that I have on the back of the Dana. If you've been watching my videos, that thing had a beautiful paint job on it. From the paint job on down, it's okay. But the person I bought it from had replaced a lot of parts and couldn't get it running. And I switched literally 2 screws around, and it's been running ever since. So I want to, this one's, like I said, a 1990. It's got a shifter up front here, so forward, reverse right here in front of you instead of on the side. So that's 1990. Yep, I got nothing else in the yard that new when it comes to boats. I'm just trying to think here. I mean, the last thing I had that was fairly new was this Johnson you guys saw in a previous video, which is currently up for sale. For it's a 1988. So 2 years newer and 10 more horsepower. So I don't know anything about this. I go looking through my shed and I look back here and I'm like, some of them I put tags on them, what I bought, what I paid for them, and some of them I did not. So let's take a walk around this guy and let's just see what we got. It's too bad the decal is kind of like, whoops. You know, this, I don't know. This one might get a decal job. I doubt it though. Because my goal is to get them running and running well, and then we're done. Let's take a look under the hood. It's got the Johnson deteriorating foam syndrome. We'll have to scrape all that out. And it looks like there's some newspaper, maybe some mouse house stuff. Yep. Let's just, I'm gonna get you in close here. We'll take a quick walk around. So here she is up close. It's just complete. It's all there. I believe this is a manual. Yep. A manual primary squirt, squirt type of situation. Or maybe it's pull and then it squirts when it goes back. It's got a tether kill. That is, goes on the end of this right here. And carburetor, let's twist the old throttle here and see what happens. Well, she's going open, but not wide open. That's a mechanical wide open. That is somewhere over here. Yep. So this is looks like it could use some adjusting, because that's where it goes to there, and then supposed to hit that and just throw this thing to a bomb wide open. What else we got going on here? Lots of little chewed up stuff. This is the style fuel pump I actually like. It's big. It's not that little tiny dinky thing. All the wiring here looks good. Coils look good. You know, that's first thing I like to do with these things. You know, we're gonna go ahead and vacuum some of this stuff out, and then I'm gonna clean it up, because I hate working on some dirty, nasty engine compartment like this. And when you're messing around with this, you'll feel better, because it'll look like 1992 instead of 1990 once you clean it all up, and just get more enthused about working on it. But yeah, it's a short shaft, and it's actually it's got a tag on it right there. It's a 25 all day long. Got one prop blade that's got a little bit of whammo on it, but I've got prop blades. Prop blades. I got props. But everything seems to work and function real nice. It's just a neat motor. Well, let's get this cleaned up. I tell you what there, folks, it's really satisfying. Look at this after shot. You know, it's really satisfying to clean these things up. Makes it nicer to work on. You also discover some stuff like this ground wire right here, chewed clean into by a mouse. That's what you gotta look for when you see signs of mice. You see where this cable here has been chewed on. Luckily, it's got a nice steel casing around it, but still, it didn't do that cable any good. I'm gonna try to probably wrap this back up, maybe put some sort of lube on it and then wrap it back up to protect it, make it last a little bit longer. But man, this thing turned out clean. The pan's really nice and clean now. The outside of it's looking pretty spiffy. Now it just feels good to work on it. I like it. Well, first things first, now that she's all clean and now dry, I'm gonna put a little silicone on those. They're kind of tight. Come on. There we go. Ouch. Definitely dark on the bottom cylinder. They both look about the same. They're black. This is possibly fouled, but now you have to understand here, I don't know when the last time this was ran, so I'd prefer to shoot a little something in the cylinder. Now some of you are going to claim that, oh, you sprayed the cylinders down, they're really wet. Giving you a false compression. Well, guess what? When you run these things, they've got, let's call it oil in the gas and gasoline. They're not dry when they're running either, folks. They're wet, okay? There. Gave it a few pumpity pumps there. Looks like it flushed out quite a bit. Made a mess of my clean motor. Any guesses? Before I hit go here? Yeah, that should hold. There's 0. Well, she's got some good pop. Wow, just over 120, about 125. That's awesome. Raining outside. Awesome. We need some rain really bad. Okay. Pretty good little downpour. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Shoo. 120. That's good. Real good. Now with this ground being broken right here, I'm pretty sure That's my kill switch wire. So we should have spark yet. And get you guys in here tight. We're checking for spark here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You got a good spark on the upper cylinder. Now what I'm doing here is I've got the spark plug out and kind of loosely grounded here. Not doing a very good job at it, but there we go. I can put it right here. Maybe. There you go, right in there, work. You guys see anything popping there? Spark plug's lighting up good. We got spark, we got compression. No reason why this thing wouldn't run if the carb is somewhat clean. Part of me says stick it in the tank, pull the trigger. Let's see if this thing will go. I wish I had spark plugs that are in it are a QL82C. And hey, I happen to have some Champion QL77 JC4. Haha, I got lucky. And I have 2 of them. And these are the copper marine spark plugs. Let's check the gap. Well, the gap's running 32. Now I like to run some dielectric grease on these boots. It helps seal them up, plus helps come off easier. All right, let's go ahead and put these back in. All right, now I want to go ahead and fix this wire that's been chewed in two. I'm just going to put another eyelet on it, stick it right back here on this bolt. All right, so the spark plug's bone dry. Now some of you might be tempted to just put starting fluid or brake cleaner or something, shoot down here to get it to fire. Don't do that. Don't do it on a regular gasoline engine, and absolutely do not do it on a 2-stroke engine. You will wash things down, you will dry things out that need the 2-stroke oil on it. So what I have here is, well, that's wanting to go already. There we go. A little squirt bottle with some 2-stroke in it that I can actually reach down past the butterfly here, and I can just give her a healthy little dose of, whoa, that's a lot. See if it'll pull past the reeds, the reed valves, and in the combustion chamber. Let's just see what it'll do. Either work or it won't, right? That kicked. So that lets me know it wants to run. All right, that actually kicked pretty easy. Then I flood it. She kicked. It's wanting to run. It's definitely got to start easier than out on the lake. I pulled a blister. All right. take a gander. Well, I thought they'd be a lot wetter than that, that's for sure. Not a lot of moisture there. Not as much as I expected it to be. I'm gonna just put a little shot right in the old bore there. I have a feeling I need to pull this carburetor apart. I went into the tank prematurely. I know I did, but everything else looks so good, so I thought, why not? Would I get lucky and there'd be a carburetor that's all right? Fat chance. They could easily have the idle jets gummed up. That'd be my guess. If this kicks and goes again, which it did already, it's not going to go for very long. But that'll tell me the carburetor's jacked up. I've also got this sitting at a little bit of an angle here. I need to actually make me a wedge to throw in here so this thing can sit level like it does on a boat. And it can sit like that. I think I'll bandsaw me one of those out here. Quiet running machine there. Kind of worth the blister. water good. I'm gonna let it run. Tether kill works. Let's see how easy it pops back off. Real easy. Just like it should. Okay, as you saw in the previous little segment there that I just cut to this segment, that it was running really good, and it's still running really good, except I can't get it started this morning. And that's one of the things I do when I test outboards, is I will start them up, get them running, you know, and even if I had difficulty getting them started, and then I'll tune on them a little bit, I will also make sure I do a cold start first thing in the morning, you know, and if you can't pull start it with 2 to 3 pulls, then it ain't right. These things should start up pretty easy. Now this does have a primer, little squirter thing here. See, I'm gonna pull this out and watch. Hold on. Oh, let's see if I can make this work. Hopefully we can see this. Yeah. So that just pumps a ton of fuel. Every time you pull it, pew, pew. That's a lot of raw fuel. They did this in lieu of a choke. This goes right back here and should be shooting directly into the cylinder, or into the, you know, the back side of the reed valves, as it were. But you know, when I pulled the plugs back out, I squirted that thing like 4 or 5 times. These plugs are wet, but they're not wet enough. What I mean by that is they should be just saturated right now, drowning in it, but oh duh, Michael, you idiot. I'll tell myself here, because that's what I do. Guess how much spark you don't get with the tether kill. Golly, can't believe I did that. But the struggles can be very real. That's what I'm saying. Let's see if we got spark back here now. What do you know? You basically turn the switch on, you get spark. So there was fuel back here. They were wet, but not as wet as I thought they should be, but they're probably wet enough. I'm gonna stick them back in. Golly. Now most people would like cut that out and go, I don't want to look stupid, but I'm not gonna do that for you guys. Let me get these back in, because I was like disappointed. It was running so good. It ran a little rough at first last night, but then it started running really good once I got some fresh gas through it, which kind of probably, you know, let's just say it cleaned out some of the cobwebs in the carburetor. And because I did not take the carburetor apart. All right. Well, if that don't start in 1 or 2 pulls now, I'll be surprised, I guess. Let's put this back to the start position, somewhere about there. And make sure we're in neutral, which we are. And now let's see what it does. got it flooded pretty bad right now. Plug my fan in. Let that run for a bit. So much quieter. You just barely got to give it a pull to get her going. It's unfortunate this decal looks like that, but the other side looks pretty good. Actually kind of impressed with this 25 horse. I've got a 35 horse Evinrude. Runs really well too. I'm kind of curious what kind of, but it's an older, a little bit older one. Being this is a 1990, it's a little newer. Only thing I got to fix now is this. Can't believe I forgot that kill switch. So one of the other things I'll be doing, and I left this in the tank overnight, and that's for a reason. There's a method to my madness. I have not changed this gear oil down here. I've run it a little bit. I went under the assumption, I totally broke my rule there. I'm normally under the assumption that it's bad and I need to change it. But I also want this to soak in the water, because after spending all day just sitting in the water, I want to see if it's taking on any water, if the seals are still good or not. Obviously the water pump's pumping just fine. It has no indication of needing replaced. So for the moment, I'm going to let this sit in here. I need to change the gear oil in it. Once I get it out of here, we'll put some fresh AMSOIL, 75W90 in there. I think that's what it is. And then, there again, AMSOIL, if you're listening, send me some oil. I bought I ain't kidding you. I bought over 25 quarts of that stuff. That's a lot of gear oil at about $10 to $13 a quart. That adds up. So let's, I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up. The one thing I gotta look at this, it's missing 2 things now. Yep, just 2. That's plenty. Is this one long enough? Not with the top on. It's missing the trim adjustment pin, which I gotta have that. And it's also missing the, when you kick it here, this thing here that goes from being able to free float versus lock is not there. It's not working, that's what I'm saying. One of these days I'm gonna run some wiring and kind of like make this more of a permanent fixture, since that seems to be what it's gonna be doing for power. So I just want to get this up in my teeth here real quick and take a look. Helps if I unclamp it first. I did stick this wedge in here to kind of fill in that gap so that engine is pitched more like it is when it's on the boat. So what this is supposed to do, I have no idea. Right here. Oh, I see. So there it would be unlocked, which would allow this thing to, wow, that moves really stiff. Might need a little lube-a-doob on there. What's this guy do? No idea. But I need a pen. A trim pen. Well, that's way too long. Okay. Alrighty, now for the moment of truth. Alrighty, I got it cracked loose. Let's see what comes out. Hopefully nothing but good old clean oil. Well, I thought I had it loose. Well, this thing could have milky looking oil. Oh, perfect. Look how black. Black gold, baby. That's what you want to see. No water. Let's go ahead and crack this top one loose to let some air in so it drains a little bit faster. That has been in there for a while. Alrighty. We've got all the old black nasty oil drained out of there. That stuff was thick. Good thing it didn't have any water in it though. That's the big win, right? So we'll just put this right in here and we'll give this the old pumpity pump until it comes out up top, right up here. Then we'll put the plug in. These things don't take but maybe a half a quart. Oh. The hose came off. That's not good. There we go. Full out the top. Plug that bad boy off. And we'll be quick about this. There we go. Just that fast. The gear oil is brand new. Now since this oil was so dark and black and nasty, what I'll do is we'll take this out for a test run on the lake and do my normal 18 plus miles of just running her hard. And then I'll bring it back home and I'll change it one more time. That'll get any of the residual black gear lube out of there, all the used up stuff, and we'll be ready to go. Perfect. Alright, in order to straighten this without cracking it or breaking it, I'm hoping, we're going to hit this with the old torture rooting here. We're going to get her up to some temperature. Now I'm going to support it here and kind of give it some that don't look too bad. And that looks a little more on purpose and less broke. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Or at least that looks like that might trail through the water just a little bit better than it did before. I was more worried about it pulling on the tiller handle and not just going straight. That looks pretty good. Okay, I happen to have a 15 pitch prop in stock for this, brand new. The other prop wasn't bad. It had a couple whammos on it, but nothing too severe. But I thought, well, why not give it its best shot? We got a brand new 15 pitch from Solenoid. Plus I have a 13 pitch that I'm gonna try on here too to see which one works best pushing that boat. And we'll go from there. But I have a feeling as light as that boat is, this 15 pitch is gonna just make it absolutely fly. Let's stick this back in the tank. You might be asking yourself, why are you putting it back in the tank? Well, because now I officially have a cold engine with No gas in the carb, just like it would arrive at the lake. And we're gonna see how easy it starts. I'm going for maximum 3 pulls here. Let's go ahead and hit it with the juice. Bulb's hard, that's good. Then we're gonna give her 1 squirt here. Nah, I feel like 2. There we go, 2 squirts. We're gonna put her in the start mode here. Hold on to your ponies. I'll take it. Off. Now some of you have been asking what kind of 2-stroke oil do I use. Here's the stuff I use. It's full synthetic AMSOIL Outboard 2-stroke oil. This says 101 to premix. I have ran 101 on some of my on that 1988 because it says 101. I ran that for a while, but you know it's gonna smoke a little bit more, and I prefer to use it 50 to 1. I just mix it so it fits everything I own, and since it is synthetic, it does seem to burn a lot cleaner. And it does seem to foul the plugs up a lot less. So, in case you're wondering, 50 to 1, that's the stuff. Memorize it. And it's not cheap. It's like $13 a quart, but these cost a lot of money too. We'll take this back out, put it on the stand, and I'll be pulling the boat around the front of the marina shop here, and we'll get it stuck on the boat and head to the lake. We'll see you at the lake. Hot diggity. Woo, I love it when the band comes together. All right, boys and girls, we're out here getting ready to dunk her. Give this old 25 horse a test-a-rooney. This gas tank is huge. Let's go ahead and pump it up here. Come on. Ah. What's going on here? Give her a little more gas. There we go. Bastard. It is. You just got this thing running, put it in the test tank, and
Then you got this.
it's running. It was Runs really good. Just not quite down with the system on the cold start, because it has one of those primer pumps instead of the choke.
Okay.
We tested this one today in a 35 horse long shaft.
You're just out test driving.
Yeah. I got to test this with 3 different props. We got a 15 pitch, a 11, a 12, and a 13.
Okay.
Just check RPM and speed and everything in between.
Gotcha.
And then this afternoon it goes on Facebook Marketplace. And off to the next one. Oh. Helps if you lock it down. All right. We're under power. This little 25 with the 15 pitch prop is no joke. Now this is about 1,000 pounds worth of bodies and gear. We do have a very heavy tank in here, but still not used to the cold start on this thing, but we'll get there. But I also got a tachometer here. Tachometer. Attack. Good luck, guys. Same here. Murphy's Law never takes a day off. You can make it. Oops, I hit reverse. Going great on the chin. He's out cold, he's not floating. This thing,
So you took on some water already?
well, from backing up. I looked down, I'm like, where'd all this fucking water come from? This little 25 is no joke. She's got some ponies. Half a second. Nice water today. Oh, come on. $20 miles an hour. 20? Yeah, that's it. 21. Not much faster. 15 was only doing 14 with the view and I in it. Yeah. So that's 14 plus minus 21. That's 7 miles an hour faster. 10 more horse. Got a neat little rooster going by there. holding on to it. I almost wonder if the water line could be a little further back.
That's the only kill switch?
Yeah.
With cooler weather, hopefully it's not as busy today.
Yeah. Let's tip the trim up a little bit, guys and gals. See if we get a little more speed out of it. Oh yeah. That's holding steady 21. Whoa. Slide that way some. There you go. Perfect. That's 22. Nice. Oh, it's bouncing off 23. There you go. It's going back and forth. One. That tells me I can trim it up one more. Yeah. One or two. All right, we trimmed it up one, gained another mile per hour. My son moved back to the middle seat, and we gained another mile per hour, so I'm gonna trim it up one more notch. Now I'm leaving it in the unlocked position, simply because if you're on a river or something, this tank is huge. And in my leg. What's going on here? Why can't I move it?
Because it's 80 pounds?
Oh, because it is heavy. Still shows empty. The gauge doesn't work. Now we're back on. Look at this, how it starts now. Oh, come on. Starts nice. So we trimmed it up another. Let's see what we can get now. Now it's a sluggish hole shot because it's a 50. Nope. Too much. She's cavitating. Keep looking for a button. One thing I do like is this pen has just a clasp on it. All right, looks like that's about as good as we're gonna do, which is plenty good. Don't get me wrong. I like that shift lever right there.
That's cool right there.
That's what you get for $19.90. See, when you have the 11 pitch prop, that'll be like, wow! But it'll top out a little quicker. Tachometer can't be right. 8,300 RPM, this thing would blow up. Wide open throttle is supposed to only be 55. I can hear it catching a little air here and there. Like this jack plate could be a little low. I didn't look at the cavitation plate compared to the bottom of the boat. Not bad at all.
84 miles an hour?
Huh?
84 miles an hour for 10 horsepower.
Yeah.
go 30, possibly with the 35. If that's true, if that holds, because it's got a 15-pitch prop too. And I got a lot more fuel in here. Got my tool kit up front, which is more weight. Person worth of fuel.
I'd say ballast, but she's worth it.
Yeah, yeah. This jack plate in the lower position catches a little more water. Throwable.
Right now, right on that seat, it feels weird.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you let off the gas, it doesn't brake as hard as it does on a heavy boat. Well, folks, I thought this tachometer was, how you guys doing? Are you all crooked there? You're looking good. Oh, it's the GoPro shouldn't overheat today. It's only like in the 60s right now, which is, I call it beautiful weather. My wife calls it freezing her butt off. And but so far, this thing is running really well. We're about 9 miles in. Usually I do a minimum of 18 miles when I drop one of these on the boat. There again, you guys saw me starting it. It didn't start so easy, but I have it, and I probably flooded it. My thoughts were not to pull this at all and see if she'd start, but it doesn't have a choke. It has a primer pull here. And I pulled it once, didn't get any kicks, pulled it again. Then you saw when it fired up, a lot of smoke came out. That means I had it loaded up pretty good. But as you saw me start and stop it there a few times when we were changing the trim, it half pull, half effort, pops right off every time. Guess I should check my clamps. It sucked to lose this. But oh, this has got years and years and years of reliable service left in it. As you guys have watched since the beginning of the video, and you guys got to understand, these videos do take a while because I spend an entire week in the evenings and stuff working on this and getting it going, and then got to go out on the weekend and everything. So it takes about a week, sometimes a week and a half to create one video on an entire engine, you know, update, repair, you know, catch, clean, run, whatever you want to call it. It takes a little while, but it's worth it. I enjoy getting out on a boat as much as I do working on them, so my pleasures are twofold in that regard. If all I enjoyed was being out on the boat and not working on motors, this would be not as much fun of a channel. But this, hopefully, my enjoyment of doing this stuff and bringing this stuff to you guys comes through in my enjoyment. We're also running a, you know, I had a little 3-gallon tank, and normally this thing would run from where we put in at Sandy Beach all the way to the dam and back. Would normally chew up a good 3 gallons on a 15 horse. So now I've got a 12-gallon tank in here with a quick connect down here, so I can actually put a Mercury connection on this end or a Evinrude. So it makes, there again, the Good Enough Jon boat is a test boat. It's for putting these outboards in there on here and seeing how well they run, and then you know, rehoming them after the fact. There, we'll put the tether kill on. We'll be 100% safe except for the life jackets. What's wrong? Oh. So my son's got the drone in the air right now. I'll see if I can hopefully flash to that. I have to watch my videos and then edit while I'm watching, and I'll flash to it. But right now he's they got these what are they, barn swallows? They make these mud things underneath the bridge, and they like to chase the drone. And his new drone, these birds are about the size of the drone, and it'll hurt a bird, but it can also hurt the drone and make it go into the water. Then it's pretty much permanently hurt. We've taken the front seat out of the Good Enough Jon boat, and my son said he preferred just sit on the bench seat because that seat I had in there, I thought it was going to be cool because it swiveled and all that fun stuff, but it was too high up. And when you're flying like he's flying facing backwards, doing some chase stuff, he's pitched out and it's like he's trying to dump him out of the seat. So made that modification. So every time we do a little bit of something to improve it. But we're not even running the Bimini. Beautiful day out today. We had rain last night. Still got the moon. I can see the moon right there. That's pretty cool. See about half of it. Now this is our no wake area. Once we get to the other side of that, we'll accelerate, get back up to our 22 miles an hour. You lose the drone? Trying to find the boat.
Oh, there's the
So far, my rivet job, in case anybody's wondering, no rivets are leaking. The only water I got in the boat's when we were dunking in and I was backing up, and I think I had a little bit wash over. I'll watch it back on the video. I bet I'll see a little bit coming over when I was backing up. That's okay. The cool part about it, it's not even high enough to hit the drain plug hardly. But when I pull the boat home, by the time I get home, it's dry. But yeah, this thing's just puttering right along. I think a guy can sit here and idle and troll. Let's see how fast we're going at this speed right here. Depending on what you're trolling at, that's 3 miles an hour right there. And that thing will do this all day long. Nice warm water coming out of the pee hole. Means the thermostat's working. If it's too cold, it means the thermostat's either not in there or not working. It's stuck open. It's letting it flow too much, or your engine won't quite come up to a good temperature. Hey guys, if you hung out in the video this long, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got more outboard videos coming. We got them stacked up way too deep to get done this year, all of them done this year, but we're gonna get a lot of it done. And trying to drop videos as fast as I can every 2 to 3 days, but that's a heck of a pace. It's quite the grind. But you might see some gaps where there's 4 or 5 days in between videos. Some people only post once a week. I'm trying to grow the channel and get you guys content and keep you entertained. Believe it or not, this is the last true reality TV. The rest of the reality TV, you know, it ain't real. All right, ready? Throttle down. Let's do this thing. Let's pop a wheelie. Man, this thing just lights up. Wow. Picks the front end up. This thing gets there quick, buddy. That's a 15 pitch. I almost think this can handle a 16 or 17 pitch. Beside the boat while he's looking down at a small screen and maintaining pace, keeping it centered in the frame. That's a hard job, but my son has has tons of hours flying the drone and trying to keep up with the boat. And the other dangerous part, the only way you can do this is in sport mode on these drones, which will give it its max speed, maximum agility, but it also has no crash avoidance whatsoever. So he makes one wrong move and poof, it's in the water, or he gets too close to the tree line, it's in the trees, and it's like, we gotta go look for it. And hopefully the damage isn't, you know, non-repairable. And right now he's about 20 feet off the right-hand corner of the boat. He's just holding steady. So this speed works pretty good with that drone. Don't have that in between. Now he's about not even 6 feet off the water right there. Oh, one wrong move and kabloosh. And then we're bringing my drone out. And his family are camping somewhere out here this weekend. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need to stop? Okay. Oh, you're way over there.
A nice far away shot. Watching the Mississippi front footage. I really like seeing it from all shots to see more of the landscape.
Yeah, especially when you got some nice backgrounds, some rocks, cliffs. What's up, people? Smile for the camera. Hey, Tad.
I think with this drifting, it'd be cool to get some figure eight and real high.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
I got 34 on this battery, so I'll land her and
All right.
put a pressure.